We are Roie and Maya, and together we are Mind the Heart Project, which is how we come to be here. And we're both from Israel. I am a photographer and a writer and an artist in general.
And I do paintings and installations, but together we do a bunch of other things.
And Mind the Heart is a public art and street art project that started as specifically in the streets and by now is doing a lot of things.
During our time in KSU, we were working on new works in an ongoing series of photographs called Bodies of Work. In this series, we create site and time-specific performances in public spaces that react to a given location, experience, and moment in time. But since our work is not predetermined and the aim is to capture something unknown that reveals itself through the process in real time, it ends up revealing something new about us as well.
During our residency here, we met with several classes, some once, some more than that. And in a way, we're sharing our life story and art story, which are completely intertwined, and hopefully giving some perspective about what it is to be an artist and what it is to build your life and your career around the things that matter the most to you.
I believe it's very important to have this unmediated conversation and also meeting points with artists that are already down the line. They're doing their work. They've been going on this path for a while, and it allows for a different perspective on what is basically, in a way, the same issues and the same questions we ask ourselves. But the way I look at it and the experience I have with them and asking them and re-answering them again and again is different. And then I can share that, and they can also come with their own fresh perspective and their own questions, and this is a two-way street.
Hopefully we can show people that you don't have to compromise about things that are not your essence, that you can become a working artist and a somewhat functioning grown-up by doing what it is what is really important for you.
Yeah, what is really important, and also what you love to do. There's an emphasis, of course, of being professionals, but there's also something to be said about why we all, I think, go into art, and how there's kind of this almost childlike enthusiasm about working with materials, about finding out different creative ways to convey ideas. If we can merge them, which is what we're trying to do, then it becomes authentic. It was amazing to meet the students and the faculty and have those conversations, and it balanced the fact that we're going and searching for inspiration outside, but also meeting it here in those classes with those students, asking those questions that we keep asking ourselves, but also having the reflection and the mirror of the students answering those same questions. And I think it allowed for them to see that being a professional doesn't mean stop asking questions or having doubts. And I could see myself reflected in them, and myself, the younger myself, questioning those things as well. It was very gratifying. I'm very grateful to be here. I'm very grateful for my time here and to have this amazing opportunity to dedicate myself to something that is relatively open-ended, which is the way we work, and that is site and time specific, and then it's serendipitous in a way that asks reality to show up, and we never know what's going to show up. But then at the same time to have this structure that keep bringing us back to those deep, basic questions that are connected to the way we work, that are connected to the practice, that are connected to what it means to be an artist in the world, in the professional world, in the market. But I think most of all, how are we as people, and how do we want to be? How do we want to live our life, and how is it connected to what we do in our art?